I am with 100 watts with my ESP 8.
Continue. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? Again, is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? CQ, calling CQ20, CQ20, CQDX 20 meters. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. This is Brussels calling CQ. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Fox calling CQ and listening. Calling CQ, calling CQ20, CQ20 meter. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Fox. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot calling CQ from Brussels. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Fox calling CQDX from Brussels and listening. Calling CQ, calling CQ, calling CQ20, CQ20, calling CQ20, CQ20 meter. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot calling CQ. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Fox calling CQ on 20 and listening. Calling CQ, calling 20, CQ20, CQ20. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, Fox. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot calling CQ20 and listening. Calling CQ, calling CQ. This is Brussels calling CQDX. This is Brussels calling CQDX. From the capital city of Europe, this is Brussels, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot call. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Florida, Florida calling CQ20 and listening. Good morning, Andy. CQDX. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Foxtrot calling CQ20, 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 CQ20. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. This is Brussels calling CQ 20 meter. Calling CQ 20. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot, calling and listening.
Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot, Golf 0, Papa Oscar,
Golf 0, Papa Oscar, question mark, make your call.
Good morning to you, and this is my call sign, Golf 0, Papa Oscar, Quebec. Golf 0, Papa Oscar, Quebec. The name is Delta Alpha Special. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. Golf 0, Papa Oscar, Quebec.
Yeah, okay, QSL Dave. Good morning to you there, mate. Good morning there in the UK. And currently beaming long path into the Pacific, so in the hope that I would get some voices from the other side of the spaceship we're walking on. Very good morning, David. You're 5 and 5 and 6. I'm also doing a live stream at the moment, so you can tune into the live stream if you go to my QRZ page. The name here is Kurt Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. My handle is Kurt Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango, and the QTH is just south of Brussels. Very nice to hear you there, Dave. I hope you have a good morning there. It's very uncommon that I come on the radio early in the morning. HI. Back to you there, Dave. Golf 0, Papa Oscar Queen, from Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox, QSL.
Oscar Fox Foxtrot. Yeah, very good morning to you there, Kurt, and nice to make a contact with you. I guess you were seen in the long path direction because at the moment it's not in the Gulf Coast, in the southwest in the long path direction, and I'm getting you about 5-6 also, no problem whatsoever. Using here Icon IC7400. I'm only running 100 watts at the moment, Kurt, and the amplifier is on standby here, and the antenna is 0 maximum standby, which is about 15 meters up on the tower, and into the southwest direction. This morning, a very nice morning. The blue sky, the sunshine, and we have a temperature of 29 degrees Celsius, and getting warmer as the morning goes on. Anyway, I thought it was very nice to make the contact with you. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot, Golf 0, Papa Oscar Quebec.
Yeah, QSL, Golf 0, Papa Oscar Quebec. This is ON7 OFF returning. Yeah, QSL, yeah, very, very good. Very happy to hear some voices from the UK. I have honestly no idea how the waves go. I guess it must be some kind of a feedback or a black backscatter, I guess, that we have. And the 100 watts is doing a fine job for you. I'm very surprised that I can copy you with just your dipole. I'm running about 700 watts into a 2-element cubical quad, and currently using my TS480, which is my daily driver for TX, and using the SDR Play as my receiver. That's the one that you see on the live stream. So I'm just using the SDR Play as my receiver and splitting receive and transmit. Yeah, it's 12 degrees here in Belgium. It's still early. Normally we're supposed to get around 17, 18, maybe even 20 degrees in the peak of the day. So we're looking forward to get some spring weather. And everything starts to blossom over here. Everything starts to blossom. So it's time that we work a little bit in the garden this afternoon as well. Fine business. Very happy to make the contact with you. I'm going to make a few more calls, Dave, towards Pacific Ocean of the long path. And you can always review the QSO on the live stream. If you go to my QRZ page, the first picture will bring you straight into the live stream there, mate. So no problem. Back to you there. Golf 0 Papa Oscar Queen from N7 OFF on 7 off here in Brussels. Over. Over.
I am on your QRZ page at the moment, and I did want you to mention you was on 11 meetings for the camp. Equally, I was on 11 meetings and I was manufacturing the radio standards corporate long-story GCLD. Anyway, you know my sister in here, I'm kind of really for me, I feel your country I found retired now, retired engineer, but I used to travel quite extensively around Europe and the rest of the world, and I visited Belgium many times obviously. You can go out there very fairly between the Midwest and Hull, and also the Netherlands to the Rangers. And I've also been to your country on my motorcycle, which is on your my page. Anyway, I'll let you keep on calls. I've been in contact with PK, and he seems to be quite I wish you to breathe and see everyone take to your show and look forward to that. On November 7th, on your Foxtrot, G0 for your number 1 call, and bye.
Thanks a lot, David. I really appreciate coming back to the call. So my sincere thanks. And yeah, I hope we can maybe work each other on other bands in the evening. I happen sometimes to be on 40 or on 80 meter. I guess propagation will be much stronger over there, Dave. So more than welcome. 73's, mate, and have a good morning. Golf 0, Papa Oscar Queen. This is Oscar November number 7, Oscar Fox from the capital city of Europe. 73's, Dave. 73's, Dave. Okay, QRZ, this is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. On 7 off, this is Brussels calling, QRZ. QRZ. Yeah, good morning, Alan. Nice to meet you. Victor Kilo 6 X-Ray Lima. Just trying to get my voice right. There you go. Alan, good morning. Nice to hear some voices from Australia. VK6 X-Ray Lima. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. I hope everything is okay down under. Go ahead, Alan, over. Alan, over.
Yeah, good morning to you. Everything's fine here, mate. In Perth, Western Australia, on the Indian Ocean side of the down under. The 20 metre band's wide open here to Europe at the moment, and the eastern states is having the feast of it. So very nice to catch up. I think it's our first occasion we've spoken, so that's the official 1 and 5. Of course, I'm off to November 7 off the Fox. It's time and 5 for me, and just operating 100 watts here into a trident, a long path course, over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I was actually listening in a little earlier, and I heard all these guys making long path contacts into Australia. So I wanted to give it a shot. Normally I'm mostly active in the evening time, local time here, but I wanted to give it a shot in the morning time. I'm also doing a live stream. I'm currently live on YouTube, and lots of people, they want to give it a try when we're doing this live stream there. Alan, fine business. You're 5 and 5. It's not very strong, but you're in the clear. The sound, how could I say, the ground level noise is not too high today, so it's okay. We have a a pretty quiet band, so the QRM level is not too high, Alan. Yeah, 5 and 5, 5 and 6 more or less is your report, Alan. I'm running about 700-800 watts on a 2-element cubical quad pointing towards Australia over the long path. And I'm using the TS480 as my transceiver and the SDR Play as my receiver. The nice, beautiful overview you have on the live stream is actually the SDR console software. So that's the story over here. I hope everything is okay. I'm just going to quickly check your station on QRZ.com. Back to you there, Alan. VK6 X-Ray Lima from ON7 OFF. Over.
Yeah, Victor Kilo 6 X-Ray Lima returning here. Very good test. Well, you're certainly making the truth go down. So I'm looking at, I'm using an IC instead of 600 micron, and I'm looking at the system scope, and I see about maybe a dozen or more conversations. Most of those will be US and Europe. So long path is wide open to us. If you want to operate, and it's been open now for about, I've been looking for about 45 minutes. So if you want to operate to the Pacific of Australia, this is a good time of day for you to get through to Australia. Anyway, mate, if you find me on QRZ.com, please drop me a contact. I'll be very, very interested in speaking for love. Oscar November 7 Oscar Foxtrot, Kilo 6 X-Ray Lima.
Yeah, QSL. Fantastic, yeah. Just checking your QTH. You're in Western Australia. It's always intriguing, Western Australia. I once spoke to a bloke, and he was in the middle of nowhere, and I was wondering what he was doing there, and he was having some cattle, and he was trying to find gold. So I'm not sure if you have found any gold in your garden so far, but apparently there seems to be a lot of gold, especially in the outback there. So it was a surprise. Fantastic, yeah. You're doing a fine job with your radio. It's coming through. What is your power at the moment there, Alan? I'm just wondering, what is your power? Over.
I'm only operating 100 watts, Kurt, 100 import tri-band.
Yeah, okay, QSL. Yeah, it works fine. It works absolutely fine. Any success making some contacts into other parts of Europe? I guess Italy is the one that you hear most, Alan. I think Belgium is not very often, but I guess the most of the time it will be Italy, and because so many operators over there, they seem to be in a premium location because they're surrounded by the sea. So any success with Northern Europe? They're made over.
Oh, absolutely, Kurt. I do, one of the things I like to do is have there is put a pin or for every contact I've made, and Europe is pretty much full of pins. Every time I stick in another pin, two fall out. So
yeah, QSL. Yeah, QSL. I hear some other voices, so I'm not sure where they come from, but yeah, QSL. Yeah, it's always been intriguing to be able to talk with you guys from this part of the world, and yeah, over the long path, it's worth, you know. So it's always intriguing because we're probably doing about I guess 25,000 kilometers that the waves they bounce towards Australia. So there you are. It's a hell of a way. Okay, Alan, I'll see you still around, but I'm very pleased to make the contact this morning. And 5 and 6 is your report into Brussels this morning. So it sounds fantastic on the tri-bander and 100 watts. I'm just doing this 2-element cubical quad, and it seems to work well for me. Have a good morning there, or have a good evening in Australia, and have a fantastic DX time on the radio there, Alan. VK6 X-Ray Lima. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox. Back to you there, Alan. Over.
Yeah, okay, Ken. It's very nice to make your acquaintance, mate. And I'll say 73. There will be other people who want to make contact with you on the band over. Hope you make many more contacts down this way during this session. Very nice to talk to you. That's going to be the 7 Oscar Fox 6 Kilo 6 Lima. 73, Ken.
73 is mate, pleasure is all mine. VK6XL, this is ON7 OFF, and we're listening. 73.
Victor Kilo 7 Hotel.
VK7 Hotel. Good morning. I think it must be Hayden there in Tasmania. Nice to meet you. This is ON7 OFF, Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox. Operator name here is Kurt. K-U-R-T, like Kurt Cobain. Go ahead, Hayden, over.
Yeah, good morning, good evening from here, Kurt. Your first name. Worked not that long ago. I just looked in the log a couple of weeks ago. You're at 558 of 58 here into Tasmania. And I'm just streaming myself on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube, and someone told me you were up on 14260, so I thought I'd come up and make the contact, over.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, I'm just doing the same. So let me just have a checkup. I hope everything is cool, yeah. Did we make a contact before? Because my logbook, it says no. So I'm not sure. Maybe I didn't log you last time. Maybe it slipped out of my mind. Over.
Yeah, Roger, I've got the log here as 31st of the 3rd at 0709 UTC. We worked on this band, SSB, so yeah, but oh, that's okay. You can get me in the log this time, Kurt, okay?
Yeah, okay, QSL. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Sometimes my logbook is playing up, or maybe I was too lazy to make a note of the call. So there you are. Yeah, I'm just checking if I can. Yeah, okay. I see that you're doing the live stream, I think. So I think it's this one, 14 meter. Yeah, okay. I think I've got you live as well. Yeah, I'm also doing the live stream. So we're doing both the live streams. Now I can see you, you can see me. So it's like an enhanced version of a single sideband, over.
It's like a live video, isn't it? We can have a video call while we're talking right on radio. Yeah, very good. So what was my signal today?
Yeah, you're 5 and 5, 5 and 6. I don't know why signals aren't very strong this morning. Very weird, isn't it? So normally it's supposed to be stronger. But yeah, today it's not very strong. I don't know. Maybe it's on my end. Maybe I did change something on my settings. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know, I already did that as well. I can also take over my radio from my mobile phone, and then I can also stream the video of my mobile phone. So it happened already. I've been walking around with my smartphone in my hand while I'm doing the DX contact and showing them around this region here. So people, they tend to love when I'm doing this. But it's a whole kind of a setup, and I disassembled this setup in the past, so I should do it again. So then you can walk together with me in the nature over here while it's dark over there in Australia. Anyway, fantastic, yeah, very nice. I guess you're looking at the screen, I guess you're using the, what is it, come on. The 7300, there you go, the icon, right? So I'm on my screen. What you see on my screen is the SDR console with the RSP1A. I'm using the RSP1A as my daily receiver, and I'm using the Kenwood TS480 as my transceiver. So I have a special setup. I'm too stingy to buy a new radio that is capable of doing SDR. So yeah, I try to keep my money in my pocket because you never know what's happening. HI, the wife is too expensive. Okay, I'll pass the microphone back to you then, mate. VK6, VK7 Hotel, ON7 OFF, over.
Yeah, QSL there, Kurt. Yep, I've got your live stream up here now, and I can see a few in your chat. The Andy and Giovanni in your chat, so very good. And yeah, I am running the IC 7300. I've got just 100 watts into the DX Commander vertical. So, but yeah, very good signal today. So Thanks for getting in contact, and we'll catch up with you next time, no doubt. I'll let you try and work some more stations. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot from Victor Kilo 7, Hotel 73.
Yeah, I'm cheering with my tea, okay? I got the morning tea. You have the, what do you call it? The evening beer in your hand, right? So I've got the morning tea. 73, talk to you soon, mate. It's been a pleasure to hear you, and hopefully we can do it again. And yeah, I don't know. Oh, you're looking for the beer, isn't it? I know you're looking for the beer. I should send you some Belgian beer because we got the best beer in the world. But don't go along the entire list, because if you go through the entire list, you probably won't wake up the next morning. You probably have a big headache. 73's pleasure is all mine there, my friend. It's been great to hear VK. I really love to talk into Victor Kilo there, Hayden. And keep that live stream up and running, because you might get also some people calling to you. 73's, you know, there you go. Cheers and beers. Bye-bye.
73, good, 73, and yeah, I don't have it here, but I'll have to have it for next time. 73, I'll see who else I can move.
73, Kurt, 73, and yeah.
Okay, 73. I was listening along a little bit with your stream. 73 is VK7 Hotel. From ON7 OFF here in Brussels. Enjoy the beautiful area of Tasmania. Bye-bye.
73, Kurt.
Any other station? This is ON7 OFF. Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox QRZ. Victor Kilo 3, Mike Romeo, but you have to complete the call. Go ahead. Martin, how you doing? Victor Kilo 3, Mike Radio Tango. What is happening with you guys? Suddenly all the guys from Australia are woken up. We have been waiting for you guys to hear Australia, and suddenly everybody is waking up. HI, you had a long winter sleep. I would say a very long winter sleep. Nice to make the contact, Martin. The name here is Kurt, Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. And I'm located just outside of the suburbs of Brussels in the south of the capital city. Go ahead, over.
During this past week, so the conditions we like to get into start with Belgium. I also heard you speaking to Hayden, I don't know if you're hearing, but I did see Belgian beer in the box, and my favourite beer is Creek, and Man's Creek. Very nice, I do like the sour cream. It's always 576 and 59, and as you said, the name's Marty, and I'm back to you.
Yeah, QSL. Creek is very good. But it's a little bit sour. So if you like the Creek, and the other beer that you should try is Duvel, but it will get to your head very quickly there, Marta. I just have to be very careful. If you drink 3 in a row, if you drink 3 of them in a row, you'll probably end up with a big headache the next day with a big hangover. So, but Creek is okay. It's a pretty light beer. And there's one that I'm proud of, but you cannot buy it in Australia. It's called Westvleteren. It's actually a monastery. It's a monastery that makes the beer, but you can only get it at the monastery. So you need to physically move to the monastery and buy it from them. They don't sell it or distribute it somehow. I'm not sure if they have any customers who are selling them. But on the other hand, I was in Thailand the other day. I was at my wife's place in Thailand, and I was surprised. Suddenly I saw Bundaberg for being for sale. That's in Queensland, right? So there seems to be a very small family business that is making beers and also lemonades, and it was sold over there in Thailand. So there you are. Sometimes very small brand names, they can make it internationally. Martin, back to you. VK3MRT ON7OFF, over.
Yeah, doing their own small batch beers. Craft beer is very good now here in Australia.
Italia Santo 9, Juliet Foxtrot Wolf.
I'm actually popping over to the UK. I've already started to have a look at getting Belgian cans at the local supermarket. You may have to take the road, and I'll see if I can get my system for 3
Okay, VK3MRT ON7OFF. Yeah, I'm having a little bit of a difficulty to copy you, Martin. You're getting close to my ground floor noise here. A little bit of a problem to copy on your last over. I only had like 50%, so I guess the ground floor noise is just increasing here. Maybe it has to do with the power cells, the solar cells of my neighbor. I'm not sure. Sun is coming through, and maybe it's the inverters is starting to make some cure. Okay, Martin. Yeah, sorry, mate. So I'll cut you loose, but pleased to meet you. You can always review the queue. So I'm doing the live stream as we speak here on the band, and you can always have a look and listen on the live stream feed there that I'm doing. 73 said, my friend, VK 3 Mike Romeo Tango ON7 OFF. Over. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. VK3MRT from Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox 73. Bye-bye. Again?
Victor Kilo number 8, Germany, Mexico.
Okay, I have VK8 Germany question mark. Make your call.
Roger, Germany, Mexico, Golf Mike. Good afternoon, Mr. Kurt. Operating Spray is Greg, Golf Radio Echo Golf. Lovely signal, 595, over.
Fine business, very nice to meet you there, Greg. VK8 Golf Mike, ON7 OFF. Is returning to you, and pleased to have you here on the live stream as well. Very, very good signal from you as well. I think you got the strongest signal so far, and I'm going to have to quickly check if I have the headings right. I'm beaming long path. I guess you're doing the same, or maybe I'm having you on the back of the beam. Greg, back to you, over.
Kurt. No, we were running long path there, just 100 watts. Power. It's a Mosley Pro 67, so we've got 3 active elements on 14 metres, and she's about 17 metres in the sky, so not a bad height, just above the half-wave length above the ground, so she seems to work quite well on this frequency. Anyway, lovely to catch up to you, Kurt. If you can, just give us a signal report back. You are 5 and 9 plus, over.
Yeah, QSL, I get you 5 and 8. My signal meter seems to be a little bit, how could I say, stingy today. 5 and 7, 5 and 8, almost 9. It's reaching almost a 9. Is that the big beam that you're using at the moment, or are you right now sitting at the beach with the cocktail in one hand and the microphone in the other hand? Over.
I wish I was, right? No, it's a big beam you can see in the photos. Obviously on QRZ there. But we moved from Alice Springs to Northern Territory about 2 years ago. We kept our call signs. Australia, you'll probably be unaware, it's gone down the American line where we can keep our call signs no matter which state we get moved from. So a VK8 can actually be licensed and operate in VK3, for example. So a little bit different, not too many ham radio operators move like I have. So you won't get too many of these rare occasions. QD8 in Western Victoria, over.
Yeah, QSL. So you're now in Northern Territory, Greg, is that correct?
That is correct. We're down in VK3 now, down near Melbourne, over.
Okay, QSL, wow. Yeah. What is your working conditions? I'm really wondering, because you got the strongest signal so far that I've heard this morning, Greg. VK8GM or N7OFF.
Oh, that's for here, mate. We're running a PTX 3000 and just 100 watts to the Mosley Pro 67. Just about 17 metres in the sky. We've got two towers here. We've got Mosley on one, and on the opposite one we've got 2 70cm beams, both split about 17 metres in the sky. And they're approximately 120 metres, 130 metres away from the shack. And we feed that with some 450 heliacs, over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I'm just looking and dreaming about me sitting there in the chair at the beach. Yeah, that would be cool. We will probably try to operate a little bit also portable over the summertime, but I'm waiting for my FT857 to return from repair. My brother, he blew up the finals. I don't know how he did it. I have had that radio for many, many years, and he blew up the the finals, so it's gone for repair. But once the WX conditions is favorable, and I have a little bit of time, I'll probably also throw a piece of wire in the trees here and see if I can make the contact. So yeah, that's one of the cool things that when you can go portable. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, I'm running the TS480. That's my transceiver, and the receiver is the SDR Play. The live stream, if you're looking at the live stream, is actually using the SDR console with the SDR Play receiver. That's why it's very graphical. And running about 700-800 watts on the antenna. It's a 2-element cubicle quad. And the power amplifier is the OM Power 2000 Plus. So that's an overview of the working conditions there. Fantastic signal from Australia. Very happy to make contact with you guys. It's like, everybody is waking up in Australia. Over the past, 4 or 5 years, we were just trying to get into Australia. There's a few guys coming through, but not like right now. All the 100-watt stations coming through as well, so it's much more fun. So I guess propagation is only going to get better as the time passes by. And I'm pretty sure also the other bands are opening to VK. So I'm going to have a checkup very quickly here on the computer how the propagation is supposed to be with Australia on the other bands. Fine business. I'm located 20 kilometers south of Brussels. It's been a lovely spring day here. I guess it's around 13 degrees. It's just climbing up very, very gradually on the temperature side. And it's a crystal blue sky. It's been dry, actually not too good for farming because it has been too dry now. It's been maybe a week or two that we didn't see any rain. And these little seeds, they need to have that little moisture just to start to germinate. So hopefully we get a little bit of rain over the weekend. We'll see what happens. VK8, Golf Mike from ON7OFF, over.
OFF, VK8, Golf Mike. Thank you. I just mentioned that. We just seen as we talk. We just got 25 mils onto the ground on the weekend. So enough moisture in the ground now to start seeding. Mainly canola and wheat. We'll be getting stuck into that in the following week, and hopefully get the crop in a couple of days and have a nice season. Very good season last year, making a lot of records throughout our area. So very good season for us. Anyway, Kurt, I'll leave you to your DX. Lovely to catch up to you for the first time, and hopefully many times in the future. So this is from Victoria, over.
Yeah, QSL. I just have one question. Is the address information on QRZ.com still accurate? Over.
If you read the description, I do mention in QRZ. I actually have moved down here. I just have to update the photos. Actually, this is probably about the second hour operation down here. I only just got the towers up and fixed over the week, and I just thought it was checked out this afternoon. So let's look at the thing. I only made 3 contacts prior to you from this QDH, over.
Yeah, QSL. Can you just spell me the QTH just for my own interest, over?
Roger. We need the Grampians National Park, a little place called Terminal. Papa Oscar, Mike Oscar, November, Alpha Lima, Terminal is the name. If you look up Thor, Sierra Tango Alpha Whiskey Echo Lima Lima, Thor is the closest nearest town. Our QTH is only about 400 people in the town, so Thor would probably be the best location to look up. It's approximately halfway between Adelaide and Melbourne. If you draw a straight line, we're approximately halfway there.
Yeah, okay, QSL. Yeah, it's deep, very deep into Australia in the south there. So it's already a nice drive, I think, from the beach. So what is it? Oh, okay. I'm just trying to figure out how many kilometers you are. Okay. Yeah, fantastic. Hey, pleasure is all mine. It's been a great pleasure to make the acquaintance there, Greg. And I think you have a premium location because your signal is very good. So it seems to work with the new area. So I guess you'll have a lot of contacts into the world, mate. VK8 Golf Mike, thank you very much, Greg. From ON7 OFF, I'll wave on the camera as well. You take care, mate.
Roger. 73, thanks, Ronnie.
73s, mate. God bless. This is Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. We're standby.
Victor Kilo 3 Bravo Fox.
Victor Kilo 3 Bravo Fox. Good morning, Alan, from ON7 OFF in Brussels, on 7 off, the binary guy in Belgium. Over.
Yeah, okay. So I've been listening for some time. I've got a real interest in where you are. The beautiful bit of country there. You were over there in 2017 for about 2 weeks, around about Ipray and down around there. So I've been trying for quite some time to make a contact there. Now, I don't have the rest of your call sign. If you can come to that a little bit better, I'd much appreciate it. So VK3 Bravo Fox with me.
Yeah, VK3 Bravo Fox. This is Oscar November number 7, Oscar Foxtrot Foxtrot. I repeat, on 7 off. Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox. It's like an on-off switch. Like an on-off switch. So very easy to memorize, Alan. So you've been to Brussels, is that correct, over?
Not so much Brussels, around on the western front. Ipray was where we were staying, and we went up and down there for 5 days. I think if you read that big lot of data from the QRZ, you'll probably see the reason why. I'd like to be able to talk to you for some time, but I've tried to get back to Belgium and normally had not much there. Okay. No, it's a fantastic place. We were actually lived there for 90 days, and I had to be there on the 20th of the 9th, 2017. And you'll probably read on there as why. So that's great. We had a lady looking after us, one guide, and what she doesn't know about the Western Front, the Gulf, everything else, fantastic. And I dearly love the, what are we going to call you, Belgian people, I suppose. We met quite a few people and had a lot of fun there. And there is pretty damn good. Okay. Use the call sign, Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox Fox, VK3 Bravo Fox, go.
Yeah, QSL. I just want to make it clear, the last 2 letters is Foxtrot, Foxtrot. It's really written like an on-off switch, so with double Fox or French fries at the end, although it should be Belgian fries, HI. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, if you passed into Belgium, if you would have been to Brussels, you might have met me. I am actually the perfumer in Brussels. I design fragrances and I sell them on the handicraft market in the city center of Brussels, and I'm doing this every weekend. So I do see a lot of tourists So over the weekend when I'm there, it's a touristic handicraft market. So we have a lot of tourists passing through in front of my shop, and we have a communication with a lot of people because it's inherent to my job that I need to talk with people and explain them. So I do see a lot of tourists, and it already happened a few times that people who have passed in front of my shop, they make the contact later, they not realizing that I'm operator. Fine business, yeah. If you travel by car, it's the cheapest and the easiest and the most convenient way here in Europe, because if you just travel with public transport, you're probably gonna travel between cities, and you'll never get out of the cities. While with the car, you can also experience nature and countryside, which I think, in my humble opinion, is much more interesting than just the cities, because all the cities, wherever you go in the world, it all looks pretty similar. But once you go outside and you can travel in the countryside, I think you get the best experience of the countries. So, yeah, I guess you must have driven through Belgium when you were going either from France to the Netherlands or from the Netherlands to France. I'm actually not so far away from Brussels, but I'm in the suburbs, so I'm surrounded by fields. There is almost no population in my street, at least, so it's just a small street with a couple of houses. And I have, if I look outside, I'm looking actually over the fields where we grow either potatoes, corn, wheat, you just name it, so the traditional stuff. So there you are. And yeah, I can imagine it must have been a very exclusive and special experience, especially if you have a car and you can travel around like that. So definitely very interesting. Pass microphone back to there, Alan. VK3 Bravo Fox from on 7 off Oscar November 7 Oscar Fox Fox, over.
Okay, I'll use it. On the 7 off. VK3 Bravo Fox. Well, okay, Kurt, I've got you up on the screen now. I don't know why I couldn't get it up there, but I've got you there. Great. You hit the spot. We actually flew into Paris, and we leased a C4 diesel automatic air-conditioned Citroen. Went down through France, down into Spain, through to Italy. Then where we go? We went Italy, we went to Switzerland, then Austria, Germany, then Belgium for the last 10 days. And you're right. And the thing was that we do when we do travel, we travel a little bit over since we're up the age we are. We usually try and get to a particular spot about every 4 days. So we get that sorted out, and then we just drive around or use the app and find a hotel away from the freeway. And I think we see more than what most people do. And those damn big, what are they, sugar things that they plough up over there. I do have a bit of problem with thinking of remembering things, so I apologise for that there, Kurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, yeah, but yeah, you get the experience, and that is actually the most important thing. So I think also what is interesting is if you are here somewhere in the summertime, you could eventually do some camping. And even a little bit of wild camping. In France it's allowed. I'm not sure even about Belgium, but I know in France it's allowed to do wild camping. I sometimes do this with the XYL. If we want to go on an adventure, just take the car, go somewhere, try to find a spot and set up tent. And it's a little bit gruesome, but if we need water, the only places where you can easily have access to water is either to be a spring, a little water spring, or just to go to a graveyard, because the graveyard always have water, so you can water the plants. So it looks gruesome, but it's the easiest and most convenient way to actually get water. Hey, Chai, back to you there, Alan. Over.
Yeah, all okay. I'm just quickly running down your photographs and stuff. You also like chooks? Well, I do too. I have spent most of my life in Melbourne. I grew up in the country about 10 km from where we are now, and spent about 50 years in Melbourne, even though we're coming back to the farm quite regularly. But in the last sort of 7 or 8 years, we've shifted back up into this little town of Euroa. It's 160 kilometres northeast of Melbourne, and in the last 2 or 3 years, I've got hold of a 9 acres of a very small farm. You can't call it a farm really, but I'm getting that back and setting all that up and everything. That's where the radios are going to go. At the moment I'm using a Yaesu 101 DX 101 MP with a fair bit of help from the Tokyo High Power and right little antenna that does a reasonably good job. Your signals are sitting around the 9 here too there, Kurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, QSL, thank you very much for the 9. That's a nice report. And you're also 5 and 8, 5 and 9, so very close to the 9. Very good signal report there, mate. Absolutely fantastic. I love to talk into Australia, Alan. Since I was a kid, and I remember, you know, I'm 50, I'm not that old, I'm not that young, but when I was a kid, you know, there was no internet, no communication like you remember these days. And I was active on the 11-meter band, talking into Australia. It has always been one of my favorite countries to talk to. Just imagination on how it looks like. I've never been to Australia, Alan. The only thing I've seen is Australia out of the aircraft. I took a flight the other day, I think it's like 5 years ago, where I went from Malaysia, from Kuala Lumpur to Auckland. And it was one of the requirements. I would not fly if I wouldn't have had that seat at the window, because I wanted to see Australian territory. But I never landed there. It was just in the moment that it was rainy season, so I didn't want to bother. So I decided to go and visit New Zealand. So there you are. So yeah, I keep my my spirit alive with the imagination on how things are in Australia, mate. So that's why it's still intriguing for me. H.I. Alan, I'll pass microphone back to you then, mate. VK3 Bravo Foxtrot, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, over.
Yeah, Oscar November 7, Oscar. Computer's talking to me. I don't know why. Right, switch it off. Get rid of it. And, yeah. Look at... After 90 days in Europe, I think we're happy to come back to Australia. I've got to admit that. We didn't have any trouble. It was good. We had travelled a fair bit in India and the US and England and all that sort of area in our old age. And each time we've either hired a car or leased a car and gone to see what we wanted to see, not what everyone else wanted to see. But that area to us is really good. Now, I think you call it hyper. It's got half a dozen different names there. Not far out of that town, there was a very, very big ham farm, and I couldn't find anyone there when we went through it. It doesn't go on the phone. I would have liked to do that, so we could have had a contact back to Australia. I did at one stage on the English trip. I took a 2 metre to the centimetre with me, and I never took it out or rebooted the car, to be honest. So we're moving around. It's pretty good. Yeah, Australia's great, mate. We've travelled. Well, I've travelled pretty well over most of it. Been to Darwin a few times and up along the coast, on the east coast, South Australia, across the Perth. But we haven't put much time into the West Australia coming up the coast there, which will probably happen early spring this year. We have a camper in a truck actually, and we'll probably have a play with that. But if you can ever come to Australia, there's quite a few hands to look after you there, Kurt, yeah?
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, the only thing that frightens me is the distances between all these cities. So that's why lots of youngsters, when they just finish school, they probably just go like 6-month tour in Southeast Asia, and the reason is very simple. It's pretty inexpensive. But also, they can stay longer in Australia, and probably they'll spend 6 months in Southeast Asia, another 6 months or a year in Australia, because it's such a vast country. It's such a vast country, and you need a lot of time to visit the different regions if you want to have a little bit of a better understanding on how Australia looks like. So you need a lot of time if you want to go to Australia, and also money, because it's not such a cheap country like in Southeast Asia. Okay, it's been a pleasure to make the contact there, Alan. I'm going to see who is still around, but great stuff, mate. Very happy to make the acquaintance and make the contact. And I honestly really hope that you can make another 90-day tour here in Europe. Let me know whenever you are around. I can give you some sightseeing about the region over here. So maybe you should organize your trip with this propagation cycle by making contacts to many people and trying to get them as a guide, HI. So there you are, Alan. This is my take on these things. VK3 Bravo Foxtrot. Have a very good day. It's been a great pleasure to hear you, mate. And you're more than welcome whenever you come over down this way. VK3 Bravo Foxtrot, ON70FF. Over.
Oscar November 7, Oscar Fox, VK3 to get. This has probably been one of the best contacts I've had for a long while. I've had a lot. 1978. I'm a diesel mechanic by trade. I do a bit of electronic work, but that's about it. So this is a good spot to do. Okay, the band's starting to go. There'll be quite a few others from the western part of Australia that will be changing it. There don't seem to be many people coming up. Good. That's been fantastic. We'll catch you again. Oscar November 7, Fox. One thing. Is your email address on the QRZ?
Yeah, my email address is on QRZ. You just have to go to the QRZ page and you can contact me from there, mate. No problem. Over.
Okay, I'll probably send you over a few pictures down again. See you later, mate.
73s, you take care, and catch up with you later, mate. Enjoy the evening, and very pleased to make the acquaintance for the first time, Alan. VK3 Bravo Fox from ON70FF. God bless you, mate.
Likewise.
Any other station? This is ON70FF. Over.
Yankee Oscar 7, Papa Echo Delta.
Papa Echo Delta, make your call.
Yankee Oscar 7, Papa Echo Delta, Roger.
Yeah, okay, Yankee Oscar 7, Papa Echo Delta. How you doing there, Popovici? How you doing? Nice to meet you again. We had the QSO in 2021, so in September on the 21st. This is ON70FF. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Operator name is Kurt. Roger?
Roger, my friend, please repeat your call sign again. It's very big here, Roger.
Yeah, QSL. My call sign is Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot. QSL.
QSL, my friend, Oscar November 7, Oscar Foxtrot, Yankee Oscar 7, Papa Echo Delta. Your report is 59 plus 10 dB in my station, Roberta. Thanks for your response, and I wish you all the best, you and your family. 73 good years and happy Easter. Oscar November 7 of Oscar Foxtrot, Yankee Oscar 7, Papa Echo Delta.
Thank you very much, Popovici. Nice to meet you again. And I have you in the logbook again, so no problem. Thank you, mate. 73s, have a good day. This is Owen 7 OFF, and we're listening. Bye-bye.
On 7 off, Sugar Mike 0, Fox Tango X-ray.
Sugar Mike 0 again.
Sugar Mike 0, Foxtrot Tango X-ray.
Sugar Mike 0, Foxtrot Tango X-ray. How you doing there in Sweden? I got you on the back of the beam there, Bo, but nice to meet you. Very good signal, even coming from the other side of the beam. This is Kurt Kilo Uniform Romeo Tango. Operator Kurt, QTH is southern part of Brussels, QSL.
Yeah, thank you. I got all of that, and I have your page on qrz.com up. So it's quite an impressive call signal you have there, Kurt.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, you mean the live stream, right?
Yeah, the on 7 off call sign is quite a signal. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah. I'm going to turn the beam towards you. I'm going to see if there's something else coming through from that region. So let me turn the beam. I'm turning the beam quickly. Yeah, when I got licensed here in Belgium, when you get licensed here in Belgium, the very first thing you can do is just propose them some call signs. And on 7 off was my first choice. I wanted to have something very, very, very simple. I wanted to have something extremely simple because I always think that people might be mobile, and when they're mobile, they cannot make a note of the call sign, and I always get confused. I always forget half of these call signs, so better be something very easy. Bo, you're 5'9". I'm going to check your signal report now that I've turned the beam towards you then, mate. Go ahead, SM0, FTX, or in 7 OFF, over.
Yeah, you're very strong here now. 9 plus 20. Yeah, about your signal. I talked the end of March. I was talking to a similar signal in Belgium, and that was on 8 on. Over.
Oh, I didn't know. On 8 on. Okay. I didn't know that somebody was having this call sign. There's so many amateur radios, but it's pretty weird, isn't it? That nobody ever thought about using on 7 off, you know, because it's like an on/off. When I proposed these different call signs, I was thinking about 3 call signs. I had on 7 off as my first choice. Then I had on 7 air. That was a good one as well, because it's on air, very easy as well, or on 6 air, whatever, so another number. So, but apparently on 7 off was not vacant, so they gave it to me, so I was very happy with that one. It's just a little bit long when I have to do CW. H high, over.
Yeah, I can imagine. On the QTH side here, it's Lidingö, that's a town, and it's also an island, just northeast of Stockholm, very close to Stockholm. And myself, you could call me a even though I got my license back in the 70s, 1996, I was active through the 80s also. But then there was some 35 years pause, and actually I started my ham interest again just a month ago. Kurt, over.
Hey, you know, there's nothing we can do about it. Once you get into radio operating, whether you're a ham operator or a CB operator, it just starts to tickle your toes when it gets closer to the propagation cycle, you know. So this is how it goes with me. I'm always, you know, interested in what's going on when the propagation starts to kick off. I've been a CB radio operator for 33 years, got licensed about 2 years ago. And it's like the door opens of a candy shop with so many things that you can, you know, you can taste and experience. So yeah, now I'm on the AM bands, and it's only a positive experience. All people seem to be extremely friendly, much more professional than, of course, CB band, but still, it's always cool to be able to talk into the rest of the world. And unlike CB, but you have other frequencies, and there is propagation 24/7. I think 365 days in a year, and probably all cycle around. So that makes it cool as well. So there's always someone to talk to. If you turn on the radio, you can already start to talk with someone. So that's the cool thing about it, Bo. It's if you feel lonely, you just turn on the radio and you've got friends right behind you, right next to you there, Bo. So this is how I look at things. By the way, I'm doing a live stream, so if you click through on the first picture, you can listen for yourself what is your signal report and your audio on the live stream. So I'm doing this live stream very often. But normally I'm doing it mostly in the evening time or in the afternoon. But I wanted to give it a shot in the morning because the guys there in Australia and New Zealand, they may also be interested in listening to their own voice. SM0 FTX or N7OFF, over.
Yeah, thank you for info, Kurt. I will sure go in there and listen to your stream. I think it was the KCBS, and unfortunately I don't reach them yet. I have just a single dipole here in my garden, some 8 meters above the ground. I had one actually a couple of weeks ago, Australian contact, but it was just, barely to exchange conditions and reports. I have plans for other antennas. The easiest way to put up something would be a vertical Kushcraft 7 that I maybe could lay my hands on, but there are plenty of voices telling me that I should go beam instead of a vertical to pick up all the signals from far away. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, well, there is definitely a huge difference. I just give you my experience. I had a dipole as well about 2 years ago, and then about 1 year later, because I got my license in August, and it was close to the winter, so there was no time left over for the antenna and the tower to grow. It was the end of the summer, because antennas and towers, they don't grow in the winter, HI. So I had to wait until the next summer, and it's been a year and almost a year, a little bit more than a year, I think, that I have this 2-element cubical quad. It's not too big; it's still acceptable on a tower of 15 meter. And when I switch between the dipole and the 2-element cubical quad, it's a huge difference. So signals, they go from 0 to 6. So not readable signal on the dipole, and then it goes to a signal strength of 5 to 6 on the cubical quad. It's only a 2-element. It's a 5-bander, and it has a single feed point. So you just need one coax cable. You even don't need a relay or a switch. But because I happen to have one, I could do the test and switch between the dipole and the beam antenna and have a little listen on the difference on the signals. So there is a huge difference. Now, within a couple of years, propagation cycle is going to be at its peak, and then probably it's going to be damn easy to make the QSO into the rest of the world, even with a dipole. So, it's a huge investment. It takes a lot of effort just to set up the antenna, and it's also an investment financially. So I personally, I don't want to invest too much in equipment, especially in radio gear, because I'm using SDR Play as my receiver. If you go to the live stream, that's actually the interface of SDR console with a small little SDR receiver, which is barely 80 euros. And I'm using it combined with my TS480, which is also a pretty inexpensive radio. So I focused on investing on a nice amplifier and just that 2-element cubical quad. and the performance is pretty remarkable. I can have a very fancy, nice SDR radio that costs me 1,000 or 2,000 euros, but it won't help me a little, not even a half a signal or a zero signal strength of improvement by buying a new radio. I just invest in things that improve my signal, so that's it. Either it's going to be an antenna or an amplifier, and this is how I think about it. So, yeah, just my way of thinking. I don't need that fancy radio. And by the way, the SDR console software that you can see on the live stream is really remarkable because it's just software driven. And if Simon goes for what is it called, EME, I think it is, when he updates the software, you get the newest interface, you know. So latest add-on on this software was a 3D waterfall that is probably an idea that he stole from the Yaesu radios, the newest Yaesu radios. So it's just an implementation in the software, and you're good to go. There you are, Bolt. This is my way of thinking. But yeah, I'll pass microphone back to you. SM0 FTX ON7 OFF. Over.
Yeah, Kurt, thank you for all the information. I will sure go into your QRZ page and have a look to see what I can learn. I have a lot to learn. The rig here, or the rig I started with many years ago, was a Heathkit HW100. Maybe you know the old stuff. But today, a couple of months ago, I bought a second-hand IC7300 from a Swedish amateur living in this radio was obviously going obsolete for him. He had other rigs. But I think it's a very nice little thing. I could go portable with it maybe, and this summer I will go maritime mobile. I will try to tune my backstay on my boat when I'm out sailing and see what can come out of that. If you look at my QRZ.com page, you will see the boat there where I'm planning to test go maritime mobile. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah. I hope I can make the contact when you're going to be mobile or maritime mobile, because that's going to be cool. I would love to make the contact with you when you go maritime mobile. So when do you plan to go maritime mobile, Bo? Over?
Well, the boat is still on land, but in a couple of weeks or so we will launch it into the water. I'm very active in the boat club here, 5 minutes away here by car. And so I guess it'll be sometime in May, end of May, when I can try that for the first time. And I can always send a hint over email if you like, to see if we can have a contact. Over.
Yeah, QSL, I'll keep an eye, and yeah, I'm really looking forward. I'm not sure. I think it's a sailing boat, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, it's a sailing boat, all right. I've had it for many years. It was launched for the first time in 1980, and we actually built the boat ourselves here. You know, starting with 2 big black molds, and then started to paint the outside, and then layer after layer with glass fiber and plastic. Over.
Wow. Okay. Wow. That's a hell of a job. So yeah, I can understand you are feeling proud about the achievement, because you know. Wow. Do you need to register something like this, like, you know, like a car, or you can just go and sail? Over?
There is no registration of boats in Sweden, actually. There have been quite a lot of attempts, but no one have succeeded. So yes, it's a free area actually. We sail a lot in Swedish waters, of course, but very much also in Åland and Finnish waters. I am a member of yachting clubs even over there, and the difference there is it's waste, it's huge areas, and it's not so populated with boats, so you can go in many different directions and have free waters. Over.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's is this boat convenient for two people? I guess. I think so. And then you can sail from one city to another city and do a little bit of sightseeing. So I think it must be a fun way of traveling as well. The problem is I get seasick, so I probably won't hold half an hour. So that's my problem there, Bo.
Yeah. Well, I can feel a little ill also, but after a while, when the season is going on, I don't feel anything, whatever the weather actually. Yeah, it's very convenient for me and my wife. One can actually sleep 5 persons on board. I at least once a year I bring my boys, and we call ourselves Boys Sail, and we go out for a weekend or so. Yeah, we can sail from town to town, but the things that we like the most is to find natural harbors. An island with a shielded inlet where we can stay a few days just completely alone, not seeing another boat for a couple of days, maybe. Over.
Yeah, okay, QSL. Yeah, I can imagine that that is the most interesting one. I met a guy when I was in Thailand in January, and he was also waiting for his boat to be ready. His age was 76, and he told me that he was actually waiting for his boat to finish, and then he would sail probably all the coastline, the Thai Gulf coastline, with his sailing boat. So it's also very beautiful over there, especially if you are in the Indian Ocean, where you have all these little islands, and Phuket and Krabi. So he was waiting for it. In the meantime, he was traveling with a pickup truck, and in the back of the pickup truck he actually had 2 motorbikes, and he just went to different regions, and then he went around on the motorbike for the time being until his boat was going to be ready for use. So normally he was supposed to start doing the sailing tour around mid of February, but I haven't heard from this guy anymore. So it was just a short contact that I had with this guy in the hotel, and I found it pretty interesting because he says, and he told me, my life is on the boat. I'm not a landman, I'm a boatman. So there you go. And he didn't have any children or wife, so his only goal was to be on a boat and doing sailing trips with his boat in the region of Thailand. So there you are. As far as I remember, I think he paid about 30,000 euro, I think it was, for his boat. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong with the price. Back to you. Over.
Yeah, it could be any price when it comes to boats. Some say that a boat is a hole in the water in which you throw money. Over.
Yeah, it can be any price. Can be 200 euro, but I think it will sink right away. Over.
Yeah. Well, back in the days when we built our boat, that was not the amount of money that you need to have today to buy a boat. So we're quite happy with that one and take care of it. And actually, as soon as we are ready with our QSO, Kurt, I will go down there and start to work to get the boat in the sea. It takes quite a lot of work. You have to polish the sides and you have to sandpaper the teak deck, and yeah, that is a lot of work. But it will be thrilling to test if it's possible to tune the backstay. That will really be interesting. But your antenna is the one I can see with the chickens around it. Is that the antenna you're using? Over?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, my antenna is the one that you can see with, it's the 2-element cubical quad. It's just a simple 2-element cubical quad. It's the one that you can see on one of the first pictures. And it's on a pivoting tower, so I can lower the tower in case that I feel like, the wind is going to be too strong. It takes me half an hour to take the tower down. It's with a winch that you can take it down, and then I could lower it. I went to my wife's place in Thailand, and before I left Belgium, I took it down because I didn't feel very comfortable when I would not be here and there's a storm passing through, and I was gone for 2 months. So I lowered it down and I put it up. I set it up again. So it was a very good thing to do because, these cubical quads, they are in general pretty vulnerable and sensitive to the wind. So it's the only negative point. But the reason why I chose a cubical quad above a Yagi antenna is multiple reasons, but the two main reasons is, first of all, it is much more convenient because you don't have to put it very high to get a very nice angle of attack. So the investment in the tower is going to be much lower. So the altitude of the antenna is 15 meters, so you don't need like a Yagi antenna to have a full wavelength of altitude, at least not with a cubical quad or a delta loop or everything that has to do with a quad. And the second reason is because it's less noisy on the QRM side. So in general, it's supposed to be less noisy than a Yagi. So if the antenna tower would be, or the antenna would be a Yagi, I should probably need a tower of an altitude of at least 20 meters just to get that one wavelength on the 20-meter band. And if you have a high tower like this, it's very vulnerable also to lightning. So, and that's why I prefer to have something small, not too high, and having not to be worried too much about wind and also lightning. So that is my reasons why I decided to have this kind of a setup. Back to you there, my friend. ON7 OFF to Sierra Mike 0 Tango, Foxtrot Tango X-ray. Over.
Okay. Thanks for the info again, Kurt. Is this antenna of yours, it's monobander or do you have more than 20 on it? Over?
It's 5 bands in one go. So you have a single feed point. It's one single feed point, one coax cable, but it does this, all the 5 bands. So from 20 to 10 with also the WARC bands. Over.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. As I'm, looking around all the time for an antenna to invest in. As I said, I mentioned the vertical, but I begin to realize that a beam or your antenna would be much better. So yeah, I'll see. I don't see any traps or coils in the picture of your antenna, and still it works on 5 bands. Over.
Yep. The only thing that I have is a balloon. There's a balloon on there. If I do remember well, it's a 2/1 balloon, and that's it. And then every single triangle, if I can, every single square, so every single line is for one band. So the outer line is for 20 meter. So if you I would say if you zoom into the picture, you will see there is like 5 different cables, and the feed point is a single feed point, and you don't have to do anything. You just switch bands, and it always has a good SWR. So the SWR here is about 1.5, 1.6. So actually my Daiwa meter is telling me 1.5, and my amplifier is telling me 1.4. So and that's for every single band. So whether I go on 18 megahertz or 21 megahertz or 24.9 megahertz or 28 megahertz, it's all immediately tuned. So I don't need to tune anything. It already has the correct SWR, and it's a single feed point, so you don't need to work with switches, with antenna switches or multiple coax cables. It just is immediately tuned for all the bands. So
very interesting, Kurt. Very interesting. Is that a brand? I mean, did you buy it ready-made, or did you work in it yourself?
It's a commercial antenna, and forgive me, I'm going to check in the closet. What is the name? I will give you the details. Over.
Yeah, that would be very interesting if you could give me that information, and then I could really take a closer look, Kurt.
Okay, I'm just getting into the books here. Because I bought it from another amateur radio who actually wanted to get the antenna. He wanted to sell it because he was moving location, and finally I ended up buying this one. It's the Golf Bravo Dutch Quad 5-band 2-element model 2-5. So it's from the manufacturer Golf Bravo. Did I change frequency? Because I hit my... I'm still on frequency, right? Because I hit my my VFO, I think. I must have hit my VFO. Hold on. Yeah, I must have hit my VFO with my arm. Oh, one moment. Let me just put myself back on the frequency. It's very sensitive. There you are. So I must have hit the frequency knob here. So apologize for that. Okay, let me just check one more thing. Okay. Yeah. So it's if you want, I can send you a picture. Send me an email, and I will send you a picture. And when I send you a picture, I will send you a picture of the information that I have here. It's going to be it's in English and in Dutch, so it's in different languages. It's a commercial one, and I think I have all the information here. So, but I think they're still in business, but I'm not sure if you can still buy them. But I think they're still in business in the sense that they still give spare parts. I'm not sure. It's a very old antenna, actually.
Yeah, that would be very nice, Kurt. Is the mail address on your QRZ site, is that the correct one?
Yeah, it's still accurate, so it's still accurate, and if you drop me a mail, I will try to give you the details as much as I can. I actually bought the antenna from an amateur radio here in Belgium, who is located about 30 kilometers away as the bird flies. But if you type GB Golf Bravo antennas, normally antennas. I'm just as we speak typing it in Google. GB antennas. So Golf Bravo antennas, and you will already find information there.
Okay. Thank you very much for all the information, Kurt. It's really interesting for me to decide the next step in antennas. So I will for sure drop you a line through your mail address and see what we can come up with. Kurt, this has been a very nice QSO. It's the kind of QSO that I like, instead of just, 5-9 bye-bye. So thank you very much for the QSO, and I hope to reach you again. Maybe when I'm Maritime Mobile. We'll see. Over.
Yeah, QSL. Have a look. GB antennas. Golf Bravo antennas.com. So it's not with a in front of the Sierra, it's with an E. So Golf Bravo, Alpha, November, Tango, Echo, November, Echo, Sierra.com. And I think maybe you can find more information there. At least I can see on the top of the building, they also have one of their own, a copy of, or actually the same one as mine, on top of their, I'm just looking at their website. So it's a Dutch company. So you could sail to Holland and buy it there, HI, over. So you got a purpose in mind, over.
Yes, I could do that, or take the way through all the European channels, canals. Yeah, I will sure take a look at gbantennas.com, Kurt, and see what I can come up with. So again, thank you very much for the nice QSO, and I hand it over to you for your final.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah. I totally agree. I could go with a 3-element, but then it just becomes too big, and the price also for the rotor is going to be higher. So it's a trade-off. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. I definitely have a very good signal that I push everywhere. And I'm on a premium location here as well, so the location, I guess, also has to do with it. But I'm very happy with the performance of this antenna. So I know there are much stronger stations out there, but yeah, look at the trade-off, the big tower that they have to set up, and also the price tag that comes on the antenna. So that becomes a little bit expensive. I'm just looking on their website, and I think I found the information here, and it seems to be that they're still on sale. They're still for sale. It's GBHF Quad 2 ELM 5-band antenna. It's €9,999, so it's €999. And it's exactly the same as mine because I can see the single feed point. I'll make a copy of the link on their website. I am just doing it right now as we speak. I click on your email address, and I'll send you the link straight away, so you don't even have to send me an email. So it will be in your email box in a few seconds. So there you are, just for your convenience. And it will have the link straight to their website where you can buy the antenna. Over.
That's great, Kurt. Thank you very much. I will for sure take a look into that information and, try to decide what way to go. But it seems to be a lot of advantages that you mentioned. Not very high tower. Maybe I don't need a tower at all. I can put it on the wall of my house, maybe. We'll see. But I will for sure study the mail that you will send me, Kurt. Over to you.
Yeah, QSL. Yeah, I think the optimum altitude for these antennas is about 10 to 15 meters. So if you can get it around, let's say 12, 13 meters, it's going to be perfect. So if your house is, let's say, 12 meter high or 15 meter high, then you will have a perfect angle of attack for longer distances. But just be aware that if you have any obstacles under the antenna, it just makes the angle of attack higher, okay? So if you have a free space of about 15 meters under the antenna, I think it's a very optimum altitude for these antennas. You don't need to have a full wavelength like a Yagi antenna. But yeah, the only inconvenience is going to be, it catches a lot of wind. So, I'm using it with the G1000 DXC Yaesu rotor. So the Golf 1000 DXC Yaesu rotor. So there you are. I was very lucky. I'm very blessed that I was able to buy this setup here from that guy, because I didn't want to spend too much money on antennas and on gear, and he had it for sale for a pretty convenient price. So I was very happy with it. Okay, 73's, pleasure is all mine. I'll let you go, and I'll let you work on the boat there. Sugar Mike 0, Foxtrot Tango X-Ray, ON7 OFF. Very good evening, or very good afternoon there, Bo. Over.
Yeah, 73 to you too, Kurt. It has been a very nice QSO, the kind of QSO that I like the best. So 73's on 7 off. Sugar Mike 0, Fox Tango X-Ray signing off.
73's, bye-bye, God bless and stay safe. Sugar Mike 0, FTX, ON7 OFF, QRT, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
November 7, Hotel, Fox, Copy, Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Juliet Bravo.
Come again?
Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Juliet Bravo.
Charlie Tango 7, and I missed the rest, I'm sorry.
I repeat my call. Charlie Tango 7, Alpha Juliet Bravo.
Okay, Charlie Tango 7, Golf, Juliet Bravo. Do I have the call sign correct? Over.
No, I repeat my call. Charlie Tango 7, America, Japan, Boston.
Okay, American, Japan, Boston. Julio, nice to meet you. I got you on the back of the beam, so let me turn the beam around. I'm currently pointing towards Sweden. So I'll turn the beam around for a second. Julio, go ahead. Good afternoon. Good morning to you. Over.
Good morning. I hope you hear very well. 20 degrees over 9. 20 degrees over 9. Very good audio. Very good modulation. My name, as you said, is Julio. I'm in the middle of Portugal, and I listen here. A very, very good modulation from Belgium. Thank you for the contact. Good luck. All the best to you. 73.
Okay, thank you very much. And in the meantime, I have the antenna pointed back into Long Pass, Australia, New Zealand. So hopefully we can get some voices from there as well. 73, it's been a pleasure to meet you, Julio, and thanks for checking in there, mate. Over.
Thank you, 73.
73, good luck, bye-bye.
Hotel, BK788. BK788
Hayden, you still copy me?
Roger.
Okay, this is Kurt here in Brussels, the other YouTube guy. I'm just checking if you still copy me, mate.
You've gone down. You're at 5 now, I think.
Yeah, it's getting weaker, your signal. Do you want to try it short path? Maybe we should give it a try on short path. What do you think? Do you think short path is still open? Okay, I'm going to turn the beam straight to you, mate. See if it's going to work. So hold on a second. I'm going to try to have the beam towards you. I'm going to turn it and see if it works. VK, what is the call sign again? Oh, sorry, mate. I got lost here. There you go. VK7HH ON7OFF. I'm going to turn short pass, see if it works. Oh.
That's okay. When you're doing a lot of things like YouTube and a lot
Okay, this is short pass, trying short path to VK7 Hotel, VK7 Hotel. This is ON7OFF calling short path, over.
Radio and logging, sometimes it's hard radio and logging, radio and logging, sometimes it's hard to it's hard radio and logging, sometimes it's hard radio and not sure if you can hear me, Kurt. No copy, short path, no copy, over.
No copy. I'm turning the beam around.
I just got your message in the chat, Kurt. Yeah, no short path.
Voilà. One, two.
Thank you for trying, over.
Okay, VK7 Hotel.
Thank you for trying.
VK7 Hotel, ON7OFF. Okay, negative on the short path. Okay, we need to take the way around. Over.
58 Tango off.
Yeah, QSL. It's not working. I wanted to have that short path contact. So there you are. Hey, I'll let you go. I'll let you enjoy your live stream. So you got lots of people on your stream, mate. So you're very successful. I'll talk to you later, mate. You just enjoy. I'll do a little bit of recording here of your station. Over.
QSL, thank you very much for the contact. I'll pick up the station
73 and enjoy the DX. 73.
I think it's Tango Oscar Bravo.
Tango Oscar Bravo. QSL 58 Tango Oscar Mexico. You are 3 by 1. QSL the 555, QSC. Very much for the contact. Thank you for the contact. Thank you for the contact. Over.
73 Whiskey 8 Tango Oscar Bravo. QSL, over.
73, thank you very much for your contact. Victor Kilo 7, Hotel, 200.
Mike and Daisy, Bravo, Hotel, X-ray.
QSL Whiskey 8 Tango Oscar Mexico. You are a 3 by 1, 3 by 1, 3 by 1. QSL.
QSL, the Mike India station.
Mike India 0, Bravo, Hotel, X-ray. Mexico India 0, Boston, Honolulu, X-ray.
Stand by please. Frequency is busy on frequency Victor Kilo 7 Hotel.
Victor Kilo 7 Hotel. You are 555 in Northern Ireland. Name here is Tom. Tango Oscar Mike. QSL? Yes, QSL. Much clear Mexico at this time. Many people calling you. Little difficult. The conditions are not great. But
The
great
name
to work
here
you
is
for the
Hayden.
first time.
Hotel
I would hold it in 7, please. Good DX and stay safe.
QSL,